All right, what's up, everybody? I'm with the lovely Sabrina.
Hi.
Sabrina, introduce yourself.
Hi, guys. I'm Sabrina. Nice to meet you all.
She has no last name, actually.
Yeah.
It's just Sabrina.
Mm-hmm.
So in this video, as you can tell by the title, we're just going to be talking about how to attract like a high-value person, how I attracted Sabrina into my life, or maybe she attracted me. Who knows? We'll see. But I would consider Sabrina a pretty high-value person, so I think her input is pretty valid.
Thank you.
So let's just take it up, because I know there's going to be people in this video that will comment. It's easy to say when you have money, you have a following, you have all these things.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say to those people?
I mean, that's not what makes you high value. I mean, of course, those are things that come from being high value, but that's not exactly what makes a person high value.
What do you think does?
I would say your morals and your ambitions, your goals, how you're living your life. Are you sitting around every day doing nothing, watching video games, or are you actually going out and doing things and striving to make yourself a better person? And I think a lot of it has to do with maturity as well, because I don't know, there's a lot of people nowadays that I think just get stuck, so caught up in, I mean, our society, we have phones at our fingertips, and it's so easy to just sit around and do so little and think you're really doing something. But yeah, I think actions is really what shows.
Like what?
Like, are you going out, working out? Not even just working out. Are you just trying to go outside and do things, or are you just sitting around all day doing nothing? Are you reading? Are you trying to educate yourself? Or are you just doing nothing? Like, are you just watching video games and watching Netflix all day, you know?
So ultimately, like, a sense of ambition.
Yeah, and just like a work ethic also. I mean...
So what do you think it actually comes down to, like, when the actual, like, attraction, you know? Because anyone can say that, like, yeah, someone with ambition is attractive, but, like, obviously that's not enough to fully, like, make you want to be with somebody.
Of course, I mean, every person is different at the end of the day and is going to have unique things that matter to them. So it really comes down to the person individually, but I think bottom line is, I mean, what are those little things that you look for in a person? I would say for me, like effort and actually actions, you know, because it's so easy to just say something, and I'm sure we've all been in a relationship where a person is saying, oh, I like you, this and that, whatever, but are they actually doing any? But then, like, when it comes down to it, you feel empty because they're not giving you anything to work with, you know?
It's kind of, when you and I first started talking, I was talking to Abe, actually, and I was like, I don't know, bro, like, she says things, but then she actually does these things that she says she's going to do, which is weird, because I'm so used to girls just, like, being all talk, and then when it comes down to it, like, they, like, kind of disappoint you, and I'm sure, like, a majority of the dudes on the other side of the screen have that mindset where it's just, like, all girls are the same, and, like, for a while, I was in that boat where I was just like, all right, fuck it, I'm not going to get into a relationship for a long time type thing, and I know you've told me the same thing. Mm-hmm. But it's just, like, the little things that a person does, I think, will tell you everything, you know? Like, when I came home from jiu-jitsu the other day and you made me food, I was so happy. And my whole crib was clean. I did flex to my friends a couple times about that. I was like, came home, cute. My laundry was done, my counters were clean, I had food, I was so fucking excited. So, like, yeah, like, the little things like that, I really appreciate.
Oh, I'm glad. I mean, there's things for me, too, of course, because I mean, just like you said, guys think all girls are the same. A lot of girls think all guys are the same, you know? So from my point of view, I definitely thought that. And I mean, a part of me still is scared that it is like that, but...
So there's going to be a lot of dudes in here saying, like... Well, a lot of dudes kind of... How do you... What was I going to say? A lot of guys... This is the problem, because everyone thinks that everyone is toxic. Everyone thinks that they're out to get them. So how do your friends go about?
Well,
because you tell me about this kind of often. So when a guy is high value and a girl, this is what I was trying to say. When a guy is high value and a girl doesn't recognize it,
a girl doesn't recognize it.
Yeah, like they're like they don't like. recognize the value that the guy has? How do you think a guy should handle that rather than being like, all girls are the fucking same?
Well, I think a huge part of it is to not take things so seriously or so personally, because, for example, you could meet someone that maybe is high value, but if that person is not for you and you don't like feel an attraction or a connection with this person, that's not necessarily a personal attack or something that is personally wrong with you, you know? Like, there's plenty of guys that I've met that, like, probably were high value, but I just didn't, like, feel a connection with them. And that's not necessarily anything wrong with the person themselves. It's just not for me. And there's so many people on this earth. You have to realize if everyone was going to be right for you, then you would probably have a million girlfriends by now, you know? Like, and the thing is, it just doesn't work that way. You have to realize that there's a special person for you and you're gonna meet them when the time is right and stuff, and that's what's gonna make it special, you know? So, like, if a girl fucks you over or if a girl does something, like, you have to not take it so personally. Just realize it's not necessarily about you. It could just be you guys aren't right for each other. Maybe she has her own things going on right now that she's projecting onto you, you know? Like, you have to just take these things as signs from the universe that this isn't right at the moment. And it's like, if you were going to stick with that, you'd be preventing yourself from finding the right person.
So are there, like, little things that all girls, like, find super attractive? Or is, like are there, like, things that guys should try to do? Like a game, kind of like chess, where you try to do these things? Or should they just be themselves and, like, see where it takes them? Because I won't lie, like, I after all those books I've read, there are things that, like, I do intentionally because psychology, you know? But how do you think guys should go about it? Do you think that... Because when I text you, like, I've never had to, like, second guess how I'm going to text.
Yeah.
Know?
Well, that's good because, I mean, I think you definitely have to be yourself because, I mean, no one wants to date an actor. They want to date a real person that they're talking to and stuff, you know, that's genuine. If you're not going to be genuinely yourself, then it's just, how is the person even going to know if it's right, you know? So definitely be yourself, but I think there are certain things that girls like, but those things shouldn't be so much of a game. It's, if you really like the person, they should be natural, you know, like making an effort to see the person. If you really like a person, you're obviously going to want to see them. You're like, you know?
So what do you got to say to the dudes where, like, the girl isn't putting in? Like, she'll always come up with, like, an excuse.
Oh, okay. If she's always coming up with an excuse, honestly, why waste your time? Why waste your time? The girl will realize if a girl is giving you minimal effort, then just match her energy, match her effort. Like, if someone's not going to give you the energy that you want, then why would you keep wasting and draining your energy on the person?
Like, I can't believe there's people like that simp out there, you know, where it's like, there's a big difference between simping and, like, being respectful and, like, treating your girl right, you know? It's like,
well, yeah, because, well, the thing is, you shouldn't have to be simping. If you're simping, then the girl is probably not feeling it, you know? If it's an even energy exchange, then that means both of the people are reciprocating it, you know? So I would say give the girl exactly what she's giving you. If she's making you feel like you're a priority, then prioritize her. If she's not, then don't. And if you stop doing it, I guarantee you the girl's gonna realize, oh shit, he's not giving me attention anymore. He's not prioritizing me anymore. Like, what do I do? And she's gonna miss that and she's gonna want it back. So, but the thing is, you should never base a relationship off of that, you know? The person should, like, be down for you from the start. I feel like sometimes toxic relationships can start that way because it's, like, about the chase. It's not necessarily about the person.
Well, what do you think about those girls that have so many guys, like, at their feet where it's like you have to try a little bit?
Well, of course, yeah, but the thing is, if she's a high value female, I mean, yes, you should definitely try. Of course, there's gonna be guys, like, there was guys that tried taking me on dates and stuff too, but it's like, the girl should have standards to the point where she knows what she wants and doesn't want, you know? Like, me as a girl, okay, I'll give the person a chance, but I know what I want and what I don't want, and if the person's not matching what I want, then why would I even waste my time on that, you know? Like, I don't need just all of that validation for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, look at the girl. Is she giving into this? Is she feeding into this? Or is it just, like, guys coming at her that she clearly doesn't want? Because if she clearly doesn't want them, then it shouldn't be a problem, you know?
And what about, like, character traits, like being sarcastic and shit?
I mean, you're very sarcastic.
I don't even think I'm that funny. I'm just so sarcastic.
No, you are funny.
Only because I'm so sarcastic.
No, you make me laugh all the time. But, I mean, that doesn't bother me. I just think it's funny, honestly.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just super sarcastic. So I feel like...
Every girl is different, though.
But I feel like all girls love being, like, kind of
humor.
fucked with, though.
Yeah.
Because it's just, like, the easiest way to make somebody laugh is sarcasm.
I guess, yeah. But no, some girls don't like it.
What?
Some girls are, like, sensitive, and they'll think you're trying to, like, mess with them or something. That's crazy. It really depends on the girl, but I'm sure whoever it is, if you know them, however well you know them, I'm sure you'll get the vibe if they, like, can take it or not, you know?
So if they're, like, friends, how should they go about, like, trying to make a move?
Ooh, that's hard because you don't want to ruin the friendship and stuff, and you don't want to make it weird, but...
Do you think... I don't think guys and girls can just be friends, though. I feel like the guy's always attracted.
I know.
What do you think?
Have this issue, like, a lot because... Okay, in my psychology class, I'm pretty sure I told you about this last semester, or first semester of this year. We did a whole lecture about how guys and girls being friends, and they, like, interviewed a bunch of girls and a bunch of guys, and every girl was like, yeah, it's totally possible, like, for a girl and a guy to be friends, and every single guy was like, no, like, I see the girl in a sexual way, you know?
Because that's how it is. Like, that's genuinely how it is.
But see, then how do you expect girls to feel a certain way when they think they're always being looked at sexually, you know? Like, that just makes girls even more be like, oh, all boys are the same,
well,
you know?
Don't you think that's a little biological, though?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Kind of, like, hardwired into the humans' brains.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But what was the initial question I asked you? How to make a move on a friend.
Oh, so yeah. I think first of all, if you have feelings for this person, I think you should look and see, like, do you feel like this person maybe feels the same way? Because I feel like, at least for me, it can be kind of easy to read people sometimes. But I get, like, put in that position, it can be hard because you're friends, so it makes it trickier. But I feel like you should have some kind of natural instinct, like, is this person feeling me in a different way, you know? And maybe,
what are the giveaways? Like, eye contact? Eye contact.
Kind of, like, not jealousy, but, like, say a girl gets kind of jealous if another girl is talking to you or something, like, she probably
Well, how do you tell? Because, like, girls like to hide jealousy.
They like to try to hide it, but I feel like it's...
Well, you're a girl. You can see it, you know? Like, these dudes, like... A lot of guys, like...
I don't know. I think girls don't like to feel jealous because no girl wants to feel in competition with another girl. Like, if a girl is with you, like, and you make that girl feel like there's some other girl, I guarantee you she will, like, lose interest in you.
So, how often... do girls like to be texting the guy? Because, like, I've seen other, like, in a lot of the books I read, it says to, like, not text them often. To, like, leave them, like, curious about what you're doing.
Yeah, but do you really want to play all those games, or do you just want to have a natural connection? Like, because to me, if the person is just, like, if you just have a natural connection with the person, like, you're going to text them whenever you want to text, like, throughout the day and stuff. Say you're busy. The thing is, if you don't have stress about what this person's doing, then say they're off doing something and they're just genuinely busy, they're not on their phone, like, you shouldn't be stressing out about it, you know? Like, when you don't answer me, I'm never, like, stressing, like, oh, what is Alex doing, you know? I'm just like, oh, he's just doing stuff, you know? Mm-hmm. Because I feel like you text me whenever you want to text me, which is how it should be. If you're playing all these games, it's just going to be so consuming at that point. It's like, girls don't like to feel jealous. Like, if a girl is with you, like, and you make that girl feel like there's some other girl, I guarantee you she will, like, lose interest in you. So, how often do girls like to be texting the guy? Because, like, I feel like Just let it happen naturally.
So for like a high value woman to not play games, just
yeah.
like
So that's the thing. If you need to play games, maybe you should look at why you feel that way. Why do you feel like you need to play games? Do you not trust the person? Do you feel like they're trying to play games with you? If it's just naturally you guys are whatever hitting it off, then I feel like it shouldn't have to be that way. I feel like that's almost kind of immature. Like that's like stuff I did in high school, but now I'm like, I'm older. Why do I need to play those games? If someone wants to talk to me, they're gonna talk to me.
So summarize.
Well, about what I was just saying, I think
the whole shebang.
Well, I feel like a lot of it has to do with you as a person within, and realizing your own worth.
The girl you're attracting is like a reflection
of course,
them.
Because the thing is, you guys have to look within yourself and figure out your own value, your own confidence. Because once you do that, you're gonna realize, like, okay, this is where my standards are. This is what I will accept and what I won't accept. And when you get to that point, you're gonna attract a girl who's willing to give you all those things, because if she's giving you any less, she's old news, you know? Like, she would be...
So don't entertain it at all?
No. Okay. Why would you waste energy on a girl that is not giving you the bare minimum? Just like as a girl, why would you waste energy on a guy who's not giving you the bare minimum? If you know your worth and what you deserve, then you're not going to settle for anything less than that. So it's better to take the time to figure all of that out and be alone at the, like, in the moment now, than to keep repeating the cycle of being in a toxic relationship with a girl who's not prioritizing you, or if for girls watching this, for a guy who's not prioritizing you. If you're gonna keep that cycle repeating the pattern, you're never gonna find the one who's actually gonna give you
right. Like, talk about how your perspective on hookups, because it's refreshing.
I mean, to each their own, of course, but at least for me, I realized over time, now I'm 20, that hookup culture is just so overrated. And honestly, it's what we've kind of been taught in today's society, it's crazy how it's looked at as like normal and stuff now, because years ago that's not how it was. A guy had to properly ask you on a date and stuff if he wanted your time. And I just think a lot of it has to do with you and how you see it yourself. At least for me, the way I see it is, why should I hook up with a guy if they're not going to benefit me in any way, add any value to me, especially when they're probably sitting around, like I was saying, playing video games all day. Or they're just shotgunning beers all day. Yeah. They're, like, doing nothing. It's like, I'm this high value. Why should I hook up with a guy who is doing that stuff, you know? And it's like, it took me time to realize this. And also, it's like, I had to realize, like I was saying, I had to take the time by myself to be alone, which was obviously not easy or fun.
Yeah, I was single for, like, 2 years, and you're single for, like, a year, right?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah.
It was lonely.
Of course, it was lonely, but I mean, what I took away from that was everything I've been saying now, and the lessons I learned through that is what got me here, like, with a guy like you who's not doing those things that I just explained, you know, who's high value and stuff. So be patient, just have the confidence within yourself and within the universe that you deserve it. It's coming to you, and you have to know the signs and have the right standards, because your standards is what you're going to get. If you're accepting below your standards, then you're getting below your standards, you know? So, yeah.
That's good. Is there anything else that the viewer should hear from a female's perspective?
Just don't worry about anything. Just literally be yourself, be confident, be sensitive, honestly. Stop trying to be so Like, stop trying to put up such a front that you don't have emotions and feelings, because girls don't like that. Girls like guys who are actually in touch with their emotions and stuff. Like, a girl wants to feel safe with a guy, and how can she feel safe with a guy if she thinks they have no emotions?
That's crazy, because
girls are emotional people.
The whole, like, men, they all think that girls don't like that. Because every time they do, they get hurt, is their opinion on it.
I get that, of course. It's not fun getting hurt, and it can make you feel like, why did I ever open up to this person when they broke my heart, you know? And that's obviously something that's gonna take time to heal from and learn from. I mean,
your shirt says "Boys Lie."
Okay, well, it's just a brand. It's just a brand, but it's just a brand. But so even for me, I mean, I was hurt by my ex. Like, I got cheated on, and for me, obviously, it was hard to. When that first happened, I was like, why did I ever open up to this person? Why did I do this? Why did I do that? I'm never trusting a guy again. I'm never getting into a relationship again. Like, I'm going to be cold-hearted from now on.
No. Camera died. All right, guys. If you made it to the end of this video, we're so grateful for you. Sabrina, do you have anything to say?
Thank you guys for watching. It was nice to meet all of you. I hope I could help some of you guys out.
Sorry, the camera fucking died. It was at 30%. I really thought we were going to make it. But
Alex needs to get his shit together.
I do need to get my shit together, but thank you guys for being here.